to be trained then?
He is the chosen one. You must see it.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Thank you for having me on the podcast so much.
Dude, of course. Like I said, when I started this shit, you were like the first person that I wanted to have on this, but things just don't pan out the way that they should, so.
Yeah, I know, I get it. Yeah, I know, I get it. I was just busy with some other shit. It's really nice that I think this is actually the very first Star Wars podcast I've ever been on, period.
Hell yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is my first.
I'm wearing my Phantom Menace shirt today.
Shoot,
I have to show my support for it. I have to show my support for Phantom Menace because I will always love the movie no matter what bullshit happens in the Acolyte.
Shit, I'm just wearing a OT comic book Star Wars shirt. And
that's
of
really
course,
cool. Yeah.
You know,
I saw
pieces a lot.
Yeah, that's the Sith code, yeah.
Fucking Tony snapped on this shit.
Merch. Tony has some really nice merch indeed.
Oh, dude, I'm waiting for the other version of this hat to drop. That shit.
What's the other version?
I don't think I can really say. I mean, he sent me a picture, but it's pretty. It looks pretty nice. Like when it drops, I'm definitely gonna buy it, and it's gonna replace this one for sure.
Yeah, totally. I need to find out if I can like subscribe to Star Wars Sith so I can like get some of the merch.
Oh, dude, I don't think you need to subscribe to him to get the merch. Just buy it.
Hopefully it will work out, yeah. Credits will do fine.
Shit. Have I shown you my Watto impression?
I think I remember you impersonating Watto one time. My tricks do not work on me, only money.
No, they won't. My tricks don't work on me, only money. No money, that's no part, no deal.
That's spot fucking on, dude. Love that.
Bro, fuck it. I sent Chase a clip of me saying that, and he thought that I just straight up sent him a recording of the Phantom Menace.
Yes. I feel like my best impression would probably be like Palpatine or Anakin. Oh no, my young Jedi. It is you who are mistaken about a great many things.
Bro, what is it with you and Sean being able to do, like, Return of the Jedi Palpatine? Like, I cannot get that shit to save my life. Like,
I don't get it either. I was going for, like, Revenge of the Sith Palpatine, but Return of the Jedi Palpatine will suffice. Totally.
Like, sometimes I mean, obviously, like, it's not really hard to hit the do it, but...
Do it.
But I think I put a video out where I said, where he's, like, talking to Anakin, where he's like, I know you would. I can feel your anger. It makes you stronger. Gives you focus.
I actually believe you said that in your Dark Side Luke fanfiction because that's when Luke like goes full ham on Vader. But
oh, dude, everything fucking blurs together at this point. Like I can't even lie.
Totally. I can't remember where all your impressions come from, but I do remember that Luke one.
All right, so I got a couple questions for you. I guess I'll show the camera, even though it's not going to look very good.
I think I saw a little bit of questions there. I think I saw what got you into Star Wars first.
Yeah, that's the first one I'm going to ask like every guest that comes on the podcast. So, what got you into Star Wars?
I got into Star Wars when I first watched Revenge of the Sith on DVD. You know, like when I was 2 years old in 2008, I watched Revenge of the Sith on DVD. And the second I saw the Battle of Coruscant, my mind was fucking blown. And especially seeing like Anakin and Obi-Wan cutting through battle droids and everything, and I was full on hooked and like, oh my god, this is so cool. And then I watched all the other Star Wars movies on DVD, and my whole obsession. That's how my whole obsession with Star Wars began. It's just like the way that the prequels intrigue me. It's just like that's the whole reason why I got into this whole franchise in general, because the prequels just have such masterful storytelling, and I felt sorry for Anakin from the get-go. And I always do. I still remember to this day that my mom always made me look away every time Anakin burned.
She made you look away?
Yeah, because I was younger and she thought it would be too intense.
Dude, I remember crying at theaters because he was burning. I was like 5 years old watching it happen. I was like, yo, what? No, this is not happening.
Damn. Dude, I'm so fucking jealous that you actually saw it in theaters.
Dude, that, unfortunately, the only 3 Star Wars movies I saw in theaters, well, the first one's not unfortunate. Was obviously Revenge of the Sith. I was 5 years old. Then I saw, The Force Awakens, or, A New Hope reboot, whichever one you want to refer to it as.
Force Awakens is definitely a New Hope reboot, just like the Acolytes and Phantom Menace reboot.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that later. I got an article, and they kind of really contradict this show like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But
I understand that, yeah. And
of course, unfortunately, the last Star Wars movie I ever saw in theaters was Jake Skywalker. Episode 8. Yeah. Bro, my buddy walked out of the theater, and I fucking stayed to watch the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked out. He goes, "So how was it?" I said, "Well, Luke's dead." He said, "How'd he die?" I said, "I don't know." I said, "He was floating and then
Luke
he died."
Because he OD'd on the Force. Literally, Mark Hamill said that at the fan convention, because, Luke's just meditating for a bit, but then he dies because he fucking ODs on the Force.
Bro, I love that Mark Hamill shits on the sequels so fucking much.
I know, it's so entertaining.
And I want to put out that, if you like the sequels or any of the Disney shit, I'm not here to yuck your yum. The shit's just not for me. Exactly. There's good elements, but a lot of it's just not for me.
I understand that for sure, because as I hate the sequels too, but I totally understand that it means something to them, and there's a whole generation of fans growing up with it, just like there's people growing up with the prequels and originals. And like you said, I do like some Disney stuff too. I love Ahsoka, I love Clone Wars Season 7, I love Tales of the Jedi, Mandalorian's really good, Bad Batch is pretty good. I know I'm gonna get fucking flamed for this, but Kenobi. And then
so the last 3 episodes of Kenobi were fucking good, somewhat.
Yes, they were awesome, especially with Vader.
Anything that involved Vader was fucking amazing in Kenobi. They did Vader great.
I know, right? When he's pulling down the ship and then he absolutely ragdolls Reva without even touching his saber. That's the Vader I always wanted. It was so good.
Yep. The only issue the only issues I really have with that show is obviously, of course, the Leia chasing scene. How the fuck does 3 fully grown bounty hunters not catch a 10-year-old girl? But
yeah, that was stupid. Yeah.
And then of course,
other than that, I thought it was good.
Of course, Reva just breaking canon completely. But
does breaking canon by knowing that she knows that Anakin turned into Vader, or surviving getting stabbed, or is it both?
We already knew lightsaber stabs weren't fucking shit until, the Acolyte came around, which I gotta give credit to them. I'm really glad that the lightsabers are fucking deadly in this shit.
Dude, the way that Kymir, impaled 2 Jedi on one saber was insane.
Dude, the Jedi kebab.
Yeah, Jedi kebab? Oh my fucking god, that's not hilarious.
Which is great because, next month, I think in August, they're releasing Jedi Bob, bringing him back.
Oh yeah, Jedi Bob and the Lego special with Darth Jar Jar. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, dude, I've been a fucking Darth Jar Jar stan forever.
Yeah, I've been a firm believer in it from day one. So, the only few Star Wars movies that I saw in theaters were Phantom Menace for its first re-release. I also saw Return of the Jedi for its 430th anniversary. And then the whole sequel trilogy, unfortunately, because I was younger at the time, I didn't know how to feel about it. I mean, I loved Force Awakens when I first watched it, but I knew that I despised Rise of Skywalker from there, and it's what the fuck are they doing?
Dude, I will say, if I go to rewatch any of the sequel trilogies, I watch Episode 7, because it's the most rewatchable.
Force Awakens actually is decent, but it's just I feel like I can't even enjoy it anymore because of how god-awful the next 2 movies after it are.
That's definitely how I feel sometimes, but then I'm there is actually a lot of good shit that I do like about the movie. I do love the relationship between Poe and Finn.
Finn, he's the
when I
couldn't even remember it because he had no character development at all.
hey, he went from saying Poe to Rey. That's character development.
I guess that's sort of counts.
But when I first rewatched it was just I was laughing the whole time. I didn't really see it as a Star Wars movie. I saw it as a comedy. What was that?
Totally. He just wouldn't stop screaming Rey all the time. Like, it's getting so annoying. What else does he have to do?
Well, what did he have to tell Rey? Did we ever? I honestly don't remember. Did we ever find out what he needed to tell her?
I don't know. Another one of those million plot holes in that shitty movie. But yeah, seeing Phantom Menace in theaters was awesome. I saw it on May the 4th. I saw it on May the 4th and like Duel of the Fates on the big screen as well. It was the pod race. It hits differently, man.
Oh, dude, my theater was kind of whack. I mean, it was packed, but everybody was like really quiet. They weren't really like cheering. So I was kind of a little disappointed. Like, I already know, like, if it was Revenge of the Sith, everybody would have been fucking going ham. Like,
I know, I can understand that for sure.
And like, I was pissed because I was wanting to quote the movie the entire time, but nobody was fucking saying it. But when the pod race,
I was quoting the whole movie under my breath the whole time too, because like, you're right about one thing, Master. The negotiations were short. The ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
Shit. Everybody went fucking ham when the pod racing scene came on, and of course when Duel of the Fates came on. You could tell, like, in the theater that I watched, like, there was a giant mix of people seeing it for the first time, people who've seen it a million times, and people who've seen it, like, when it first came out in 99. Because there's people walking out going, like, that is still as good as when I first seen it.
Yeah, Phantom Menace was actually... It shot up into my top 5 Star Wars movies after I saw it in theaters, because, like, you understand just how important it is, and it's the first... That's actually, like, the first step to Anakin falling, even though, like, Shmi dying in Attack of the Clones, that's, like, the actual thing that birthed Darth Vader inside of Anakin. But Qui-Gon, if Qui-Gon survived, he could have prevented all this. He could have... If he trained Anakin, he would have been in a lot more centered and a lot more calm.
Dude, all of this could have been avoided if Watto had just accepted Republic credits.
Oh shit! Yeah, I just remembered.
Or if Qui-Gon just went to another junk shop. Like, I'm positive somebody else had another Nubian fucking hyperdrive.
What if he like went to like Jakku or something to get a Nubian hyperdrive?
Oh, gee, don't no. We've already retconned the fucking Phantom Menace enough. Don't bring in Jakku already.
I know, we were just joking around. Because unlike Leslie Headland, I actually understand the lore.
So, I already know the answer to this fucking question, but the people on the video don't. What's your favorite Star Wars character of all time? In all live action, animation, shorts, fucking vintage, everything.
The answer's simple. I have a whole shrine of Vader back there in Anakin. Anakin's easily my favorite character of all time. Because his story's just so tragic and beautiful, and like, the older I get, the more I realize how relatable Anakin is, because I also feel like some people, I'm losing trust in some of the people that I've known all my life, and I have strong emotions and attachment issues just like him. But I don't really have the balls to like do anything, because like Anakin was he was willing to wipe out the entire Jedi Temple in order to save Padme. So
yeah, I definitely agree with that. Anakin is. I mean, I've always loved Anakin since I was like 4, watching The Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, because when I first saw Star Wars, I started out obviously with the original trilogy. For anybody who's watched the first episode, I kind of explained that. I'm not going to go into full detail. And then when I watched the prequels, all there was The Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. So it was... Honestly, back then, I didn't really care about the story or anything. I just liked that the little kid went pod racing and then got a lightsaber and just went ham with it.
Yeah.
And then as I got older and kept watching it, I was like, I could just relate more of Anakin's life into my personal life, and it was just...
I know.
Yeah.
I know, he saved my life on so many different occasions. Even nowadays, with his lessons to Ahsoka, live or die. It means so much to me because, it means so much to me because, fighting to survive is the main thing that's going to keep you going. Really. That's, the whole meaning of Anakin's lesson to Ahsoka. And even after he died, he's still keeping the Force in the balance, and he's still the Chosen One to this day. And plus, I know this is, a thing for Luke and all, but, Luke seeing the good in Vader, that's such a valuable life lesson, because it makes me believe that people always believe in second chances, just like Luke did. So, that's part of what helped me through life.
Shit, man, that's deep. I don't know how to respond to that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, totally.
Kind of feel like a terrible interviewer not being able to respond to that.
Yeah. I just came off the top of my head, but I always knew about the deeper meaning.
Yeah, see, that's the one thing that I like about the originals with Luke Skywalker is this man literally seen his aunt and uncle burnt alive in front of him. He knows the stormtroopers work for the Imperial, or are Imperials. He knows the stormtroopers, the Empire. So even if it, I mean, personally, I think that it was Boba Fett because that's why Vader said no disintegrations this time. Even though I think they.
Oh, that's a very popular fan theory that Boba Fett actually burned them alive.
Have they actually like canonized what killed Beru and Owen?
It could have been just flank troopers. Who knows?
They need to confirm that it was fucking Boba Fett. They need to make Boba Fett badass again.
Yeah, because why else would Vader tell him no disintegrations?
But he sees all that shit, goes on, sees Kenobi killed by who he doesn't know Vader's his father at that moment, but he knows that he's got to know that Vader is like the big bad guy of the fucking galaxy at the moment. And then he goes on, trains, fights a version of Vader inside the cave of Dagobah, finds out that he could be Vader himself because of his emotions and all that. Goes, fights Vader, finds out Vader's his father, and instead of going, you know what, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker, I'm gonna go back and get revenge on him, this motherfucker done took my hand, took my damn light, took everything that could have been my life, and made it fucking miserable. I could get revenge on him, but no, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try to break through to him. And
because once he learned that he was his father, that's when he realized some of Anakin's deeper history. He's like, wait, so my father was actually once a great Jedi Knight. Like he was a friend of Obi-Wan. He used to be so compassionate. So it's like, I'm gonna reach out to Vader, and it worked.
Dude, I would love to see. Well, I mean, we did kind of see Luke going off on Kenobi, but I want to see, like Luke going off on Kenobi. Like, really? You didn't think to tell me everything that my father did? Are you serious? Like, we could have saved him, and you both could have still been here.
I was technically, back when I was younger, I was kind of expecting Luke to be a lot more pissed off at Obi-Wan and for lying to him about Vader killing his father. But like, just because he's a Jedi, he should be able to handle that a lot better. In Return of the Jedi, he's a lot more centered, because that's character development right there.
See, I do like the fact, I think it was you actually. I talk to so many people and I read so many damn Star Wars things, but I think it was you, because we were having a discussion about Kenobi and I hated how.
Yes.
Or no, we were having a discussion about how I think that in Return of the Jedi, Vader should have said that Luke thinks more of his mother, or his mother once thought as he did instead of Obi-Wan did, because Obi-Wan fucking goes to Mustafar to kill him. I mean, yes, he tells Yoda, send me to kill the Emperor, I can't kill Anakin. But he still goes to Mustafar with the intent to kill Anakin. Not once did he fucking talk to him. The one time he talked to him, he was like, motherfucker, you're lost.
The reason why he thought that he had to kill Anakin, like the whole Mustafar duel, he didn't even want to kill Anakin. It was just after he forced choke Padme that he realized that he's been consumed by Vader. And plus, like they mentioned it in the Kenobi show how Obi-Wan tried to reach out to Vader after he cut his helmet open and saw a bit of Anakin inside.
That's what I was about to get to.
But after Vader said that you didn't kill Anakin Skywalker, I did. That's what made Obi-Wan realize that his friend is truly dead. So that's the whole reason why Vader said that Obi-Wan once thought as you do, because Luke is trying the exact same thing. And unlike Obi-Wan, Luke actually succeeded in bringing Anakin back. So.
Yeah, I was getting to that. Because I remember you specifically saying exactly that.
Yeah. I like to use it, like I said in the comments of my Star Wars Watch Order reel, I like to use their conversations as source material.
Alright, so this next one, I mean, if this was on the Star Wars Nerd Instagram, which I may or may not post the real clip of this to it just to gain some traction.
You have to clip it. Dude, you have to make clips of your podcast. It would be insane. It would be insane.
Do you consider Disney Star Wars as Star Wars, or essentially an extended universe, despite it being canon?
Interesting question, because like I said earlier, there's parts of Disney Star Wars that I like. But, like, for the parts that I don't... Okay, basically, everything that I don't like is not canon. Because the sequels are not canon, Andor's not canon, Book of Boba Fett, except for the Mandalorian episodes, are not canon. And most of Acolyte's not canon for me here right now, because it was just so disappointing for me.
Dude, honestly, I just don't consider Acolyte canon at all.
But actually, for the most part, I feel like other than that, Disney's been doing not too bad, because Ahsoka was excellent. I can rewatch that show over and over and over again because it's just so good. And then Clone Wars Season 7, so beautiful. It tied in Revenge of the Sith perfectly.
Did we really consider Clone Wars Disney, considering it was on Cartoon Network first?
Yeah, I know. Well, like, Seasons 1 through 6 are George Lucas era, but Season 7's Disney, so...
Well, I mean, it ties into George's era, so, you know.
I guess so, yeah.
Actually, hold on. Episodes, like, the where Ahsoka's, like, being, like, a drug mule or whatever... Mm-hmm. No, the episodes with the sisters, no. Give me the first 4 and the last 4, that's all I need.
Yeah, Bad Batch arc is really cool, and Siege of Mandalore is an absolute masterpiece. But that middle arc, nah, not for me.
Dude, I actually did not like the Bad Batch at first when I first watched Clone Wars.
What?
Boy, I did not like the fucking disrespect Crosshair was giving fucking Rex, man.
I know,
like he's trying to go save their fucking brother, and he's like, you know what? You've grown a lot of attachment for a fucking reg. Like, bitch, no, motherfucker.
I know, like, and later on he says, as I would have left it for dead too. Like, dude, what the fuck? Why are you hurting Rex's feelings like that? But in the Bad Batch show, Crosshair definitely grew on me because he gets this amazing character development after he joins the Empire. So.
Oh, dude, Bad Batch Season 3 made me stop watching Mandalorian and catch up on the Bad Batch to watch Season 3.
Yes, because at that point I feel like Bad Batch was just like a little bit higher than Mando Season 3, but like Season 3 was good. Season 3 was okay, but like Bad Batch Season 2 it was a bit better than it. So I understand that for sure.
Dude, I gotta rewatch Mando, but I don't understand why everybody says Season 3 dipped off. Like, I loved every single bit of Mandalorian from Season 1 to 3. I didn't like it when it first dropped.
Season 3 was actually pretty decent for me because, like, it expanded on Mandalorian culture and everything and gave Bo-Katan extra character development. But I just feel like the whole Darksaber plotline could have been handled better.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm saying I gotta rewatch it, because there's a lot that I kind of don't remember. I was also watching, 3 or 4 shows at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what were you watching besides Mando and Bad Batch?
Mando, Bad Batch, Tales.
Tales of the Jedi or Tales of the Empire?
Tales of the Jedi, because we didn't have Tales of the Empire just yet.
Oh, okay.
Fuck, what else was I watching? Oh, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I know that's not Star Wars, but...
I know it's not Star Wars related yet, but I watch non-Star Wars related shows all the time, but yeah, I get it.
Shit, I try to, because sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, there be days I'm like, I want to watch Star Wars, but I'm kind of, like, burnt out, like, I don't know what I want to watch. And, like, I could finish Andor, but I really don't want to finish that bullshit.
Please don't finish it. It gets worse and worse with every episode.
Dude, it honestly is. Like, I catch myself all the time. Like, I'm watching them, like, okay, this kind of been going on for a while, and I'll check the time. I'm like, how the fuck do I have 45 minutes left of this goddamn show?
Yes, like, what the fuck has even happened by then? This dude gets sent to prison, but then...
Dude, he hasn't even been sent to fucking prison yet.
Oh, yes, like...
They just did the heist.
Yeah, they took 5 fucking episodes to get to the heist. It's so frustrating.
Dude, I'm on, like, episode 6, and that's when the heist happened.
Yes, but, like, the lead-up to it was absolutely horrible. Like...
Yeah, dude, like, I do not give a shit about any of these characters. The only guy that, like, the only people I kind of care about is Mon Mothma and her husband, because, like, I want to punch her husband in the fucking mouth, like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
He was a dickhead for sure. But yeah, every other single character I don't remember shit about, and I don't even want to remember shit about, because I'm never watching Andor again. Ever.
Dude. Me, you, and Sean ranking this shit's gonna be absolutely hilarious.
Yes, it's gonna be awesome when we, like, get, like, arguments about the Acolyte, like, how is Sean liking the Acolyte so far? I'm curious.
honestly, I don't think me and him have actually talked about what he thinks about it as a whole.
I did hear him talk about episode 6 and like Kanye taking a skinny dip, so. But yeah, the ranking episode's gonna be awesome, bro. I'm excited to put Ahsoka at the top, Mando at number 2, Kenobi at number 3.
You spoiling everything?
Yeah, I am. But I just wanted to give you my ranking of like numbers. Are we doing tier lists or just numbers?
Well, it's gonna be like the tier list video, and we're all gonna go through, and we're gonna tell like what tier they go in, why we think they go in there. But the difference is we're not going to convince each other to like, oh, we're gonna put it in this because that I love Beyond the Dune Sea, I love Mortis FM, but I don't like that whole. Well, we got to compromise and put it in this tier. Like, no, you're two separate people.
I remember that because Connor put Kenobi in A tier, or Seth put it in D tier. So they had to like compromise and put it in B tier. Like, why do we have to do that? Let's just peacefully discuss it, and then like we'll settle on a tier where it goes, and then we'll like explain why the show is good or bad, and why can we put it there.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love their podcast. I love the work that they do, but that's just just the one issue with their tiered list ranking that is why'd y'all have to compromise and put something higher than what you wanted it at?
I know. I also remember in the villain tier list where Connor had Balin's skull in A tier, but Seth just kept trying to convince him to put Balin in B tier, and I was fuming at that because Balin's an A tier villain for sure.
Balin's like D for me.
No.
No, but there is no hate towards anybody who does tier lists like that. You know, it's just not my thing, and it's not how I'm gonna have tier lists done on my channel.
Yeah, I know. We should probably do our own separate tier lists and not okay, so I'll show a screenshot of the tier list that I'm doing, and then I'll explain all these placements, and then I'll show your tier list, and then we'll explain and go through everything there.
Yeah, exactly. And then maybe, if you guys have Tales of the Empire way too high on your list, maybe we'll have to compromise, and you guys will just have to put it in F tier.
Oh shit! Just because, oh my god, dude! Tales of the Empire in F tier. What the hell?
No, that's a little too harsh. We'll give it like an F plus. We'll give it high F.
For me, it's B tier. But okay.
So, since we were talking about Sean's thoughts on the Acolyte so far, what are your thoughts so far?
Okay. It's kind of disappointing for me, if I'm going to be honest, because there are parts about it that I like, because Soul's a really cool Jedi, and he reminds me of Qui-Gon a bit, although this recent episode just made me lose faith in him, because the way he's just using the Force to hold up the metal bridge instead of holding up the twins, why didn't he just hold both of them, especially since he's a Jedi who's been trained to use the Force in that capacity. But other than that, I feel like Soul's a pretty cool character, and Chimera, he's a really cool Sith Lord, especially since he has a Cortosis helmet.
Dude, Chimera, I'm not gonna lie. If we end up doing a villain ranking, I think me and you are going to go head to head about where to place Chimera and Balin.
Balin's A tier for me, and Chimera at the moment sitting in B tier for now.
Oh, dude, yeah, see, no.
See, yes, but okay, back to my thoughts on the show. Lightsaber duels are pretty cool, but other than that, this just had so much wasted potential, because Leslie literally said this was a Sith show from the dark side's perspective, but other than Chimera, what have we seen of Sith so far? What the fuck's going on?
Dude, as everybody said, for a show about the Sith, they are focusing way too much on Jedi and witches.
Exactly, that's my thoughts too. And speaking of witches, oh my fucking god, this makes me furious. Because the witches are able to because Leslie just thinks that she can redefine the Force and make it turn into a thread thing. Get out of here with that. And plus, don't even get me started on the whole thing of ruining Anakin's legacy by making the twins actual virgins in the Force. This is before the Phantom Menace, so why are they taking away Anakin's importance or uniqueness as the Chosen One And plus, like, the Jedi finding out how they are versions of the Force, that just completely, he shits on Qui-Gon's discovery of Anakin. So it's like, and the reason why, hey, the Jedi don't train Anakin in the Phantom Menace, well, in the real canon, they train him because as they sense his future. But in this bullshit story here, the Jedi refuse to train Anakin because of May and Osha. Come on, dude.
Yeah, I don't get why they couldn't. Sure, give us twins, give us new twins, new characters. I don't give a shit. You know, personally, I think it's time for Star Wars to kind of get away from the Skywalker era, even though Star Wars is about the Skywalker family.
Yes, it is. The Skywalkers are the core, but like,
it is time for us to move on because the more and more, like, they're trying. Yes, they tried, but I think they set the show way too fucking close to the prequel era.
87 years before the Phantom Menace, that's not going to look good.
Oh, I can already see people. Oh, but it's 100 years before the Phantom Menace. It says 100 years before the rise of the fucking Empire.
Which is Revenge of the Sith, so that makes no sense. I know. So it's like, and also, I feel like that's the main thing that kind of ruins the show for me, because like, I'm a giant Anakin fanboy, and I hate to see his legacy get diminished, even before he was fucking born.
Yeah, see, that's why this show is just not sitting well with me, is the Anakin fanboyism in me, and I gotta give them credit. They did do it different, is, you know, it's one conscience split into two bodies.
That's what makes even less sense, because like if that one and twins Force essences like split into two bodies, then that means like these witches were able to accomplish what Darth Plagueis could. I mean, like, I'm reading the Plagueis book right now. I'm reading the Plagueis book right now, and I got to the part where he's like experimenting on Darth Venemus. So it's like, hey, he used the Force to like heal Venemus's wounds, but he couldn't like fully bring him back to life, you know?
Yeah. It opens a lot more questions, considering like they even stated in the show these girls were artificially made. Okay, so you guys were able to do that. Why the fuck couldn't Plagueis do it? Or matter of fact, why the hell? I think it was Jeremy, his fucking video, which go check out Blore on Mandalore.
I haven't watched Blore's video yet. I'll watch it later, but what did he say about
he was talking about the Vergence and the Force, and maybe that the Vergence was amplifying, or something about the Vergences. I might even be confusing videos, because I wanted to do a lot of research on the Vergence stuff, because that doesn't sit well with me, and I don't know much about them.
Right. So, like, Anakin was, like the first living Vergence in the Force, but there are also, like, other places in the galaxy that are Vergence in the Force, because, like, Lothal could be considered a Vergence in the Force because of its, like, Force energy. Peridia in another galaxy could be considered a Vergence in the Force because as Abeloth fucked up there and she's calling out to Balin. And Dagobah's a Vergence in the Force too, but, like, Anakin's supposed to be the only living Vergence in the Force, and that's what pisses me off about the twins.
Yeah. And I don't want to say that it was exactly Blore on Mandalore's video, because I watched it at like 5 o'clock this morning while I was at work, wasted time.
Yeah, totally.
But he even asked, like, okay, so say that the twins, or say the twins aren't a Vergence, and maybe like just Brendock is the Vergence. Well,
I guess that would be a nice cover
if they use the Vergence to create I think it was like, say the twins aren't the Vergence, but they used a Vergence to create them, obviously. I'm not quoting it right. I'm trying to fucking say it right, and I'm not saying that it was Jeremy that said that at all.
I know, it could have been Morris FM who said it, who knows.
But it was something along the lines of, if something with the Vergence and the creation of life, why didn't Plagueis just use a Vergence?
Exactly, like, why didn't he just, like, go to a different planet that's a Vergence of the Force so he can create the perfect Darkseid user that he and Palpatine were trying to create? And plus, like, you can't draw Force energy from the planet to create life. That makes even less sense.
Well, I don't know much about that, so I don't really have a comment on on that part.
Yeah, I know. But, like, midichlorian manipulation, that's the same thing, you know?
But I'm about to pull up this article that I sent you.
Oh, yes. I saw a glimpse of the article before I hopped on the call, so it was about, like, Vergence of the Force and the witches and everything, so this is going to be interesting to tear apart.
Yeah, it says, Leslie Headland. We created the storyline of this sort of David O. Russell's Three Kings version of the Jedi being stuck on this planet. Once we cracked that as a plot point, whereas a lot of other things were coming in from, it felt like North Star. Okay, that's not at all what the fuck I want to read.
Okay. Different page.
My backstory to the... Oh, wait. Okay. Once we broke episode 3 and 7, we decided that Brendock had to be a location for Emergence for a couple of different reasons. One, for the motivation of the Jedi in terms of their mission and why they're on Brendock in the first place. We also felt that it was very important that the witches had found this planet because their power alone would not match an outside threat. They would need to have the augmentation or the amplification of Emergence. We did not want the witches to just automatically be as powerful as the Jedi. The witches needed to feel like a nomadic community that had finally found a place that could not only give them shelter and protection, but also grant them more and more power and control over their ability. My backstory to the witches of Brendock and where they are is that Torben mentions it's an old mining company. So I sort of imagine it's a little bit like that, like John Carpenter's The Thing. How dare you compare this fucking piece of shit to John Carpenter's The Thing?
I haven't watched The Thing yet, but I guarantee you that it has more respect for Stephen King's
I haven't.
The Acolyte has for Star Wars lore.
Dude, I haven't seen The Thing, like any of the Thing movies, but from what I have seen, the movies look great compared to this shit.
Yeah, because they actually respect Stephen King lore, unlike The Acolyte not respecting, I think, Star Wars lore.
There are all those miners there that blah 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 blah. She's talking about the fucking that shit.
Mm-hmm.
A virgins in the Force, or a virgins can hide Force-sensitive people. It is that reason that the Coven the reason the Coven chose the planet? I ask because I want to know what came first. They found the planet, they moved there, and then decided to create the girls, or they moved to Brendock specifically to create the girls. Headlands. This absolutely fucking blows my mind and makes me think that this bitch has not even seen the actual finished production of her own show, because she goes on to say it is a good question. It's also a backwards question because we haven't confirmed that the witches created them.
So, like, what the fuck is she trying to say? Is she saying that Brendock itself is a virgin of the Force, or did like the witches go there to create the girls, or like, I don't know. This is infuriating. And plus, like, the whole reason for the Virgins in the Force, the Jedi going there, again, they're just redoing Phantom Menace for no fucking reason at all.
Dude, it's the fact that she said that we never confirmed the witches created them.
Yes, you did. I created them in episode 3.
I created them. I carried them.
Literally, Shmi rip off.
Like, bro, what? Like, literally in episode 3, the different point of view of episode 7, you have more Mother Coral and Enieza say that they created and carried, and that the Jedi would be pretty pissed off if they found out how they created them.
She definitely did not, like, oversee everything. She's like she probably, like, saw the rough draft and like, okay, let's sign it.
Well, dude, like I told you, she's completely... every clip I've seen, she's referenced getting Pablo Hidalgo to sign off on shit. Why are you not getting Dave Filoni to sign off on this shit?
Something tells me that Kathleen Kennedy had to, like, force Dave direct on it, because there's no fucking way he would let this slide. He has too much respect for George's vision to not let it go.
Yeah, like, I mean, this show could work if they set it at the beginning of the High Republic. Set it in the fucking do the Dawn of the Jedi. I already know they're doing that movie, but have this be the predecessor to that shit.
Do a fucking Knights of the Old Republic live action remake so we can get Keanu Reeves as Darth Revan and the whole Mandalorian war on screen.
I don't want them to do a Knights of the Old Republic anymore because Leslie Headland wants to fucking do it.
She better not fucking ruin Knights of the Old Republic now. Oh my god.
Dude, I got a fucking screenshot right here. I've got a couple fucking screenshots, and I'm going to put them up on screen. And this shit's going to honestly kind of infuriate you.
Is it more Anakin shitting on... Is it more of, like, shitting on Anakin's legacy?
She says... This is from Star Wars Holocron on Twitter. The Acolyte creator Leslie Headland answers a question about whether she knows how the story from the Acolyte connects to Darth Plagueis and Palpatine. Yes, I do. If I continue to get to tell this story, I know how I would like that to play out. And I think I would say I think it's pretty complicated and messy.
Oh, fuck no. Now she's gonna, like, try and tie Plagueis to these witches? That's gonna fucking ruin them. Oh my god.
Well, I mean, everybody's already saying Tenebris or Plagueis has got to show up. And it's not going to be enough to save this fucking show. It's
exactly.
not.
Exactly. It's like one of those things that I would only just, like, watch it as a clip on YouTube and that's it. Just, like, Tenebris or Plagueis showing up would be awesome, especially if, like, Chimere's living on Baldemnig with a Cortosis mind, but, like, please don't fuck with their story. Please don't ruin Palpatine and Plagueis.
Like, I don't understand.
Dude.
There's no way in hell that Dave Filoni signed off on any of this shit. Like, I genuinely don't believe that he signed off on this. I think they went above Dave.
I think, like I said earlier, I think Kathy forced him to greenlight it. I can just imagine the whole meeting going like, hey, and like, Leslie, hey, this is my Leslie impression, like, hey, here's my Acolyte show. And then Dave's like, okay, what is it about? It's set 100 years before the Phantom Menace. It's set 100 years before the Phantom Menace, and these two twins that are virgins in the Force. But Dave's like, wait, hold up, that doesn't align with George's vision at all, because Anakin's the first and only virgin in the Force. But then Kathy's like, I love it, it's science, stop it. There's my shitty Kathleen Kennedy impression. Oh my god. The show's so frustrating, but yet it's fun to pick apart.
South Park really nailed it with their fucking their Pandaverse or whatever it was, where they fucking.
I haven't seen it. I've only seen like Cartman cosplaying as Kathleen, like, make it more time.
Dude, that's pretty much exact. They nailed it, dude. Put a chick in it, make her gay and lame. Like, what the fuck, dude? They took Anakin, split him into two fucking girls that I don't give a fuck about.
Exactly. Like, they kind of foreshadowed it, and it's just like, now I'm even more pissed off because it's set before the Phantom Menace, and there isn't supposed to be any other living versions in the Force. It's just like, oh my god, it's so infuriating, bro. Dave should have like went on to like write it along with Sam Witwer, because Sam Witwer actually respects the lore, and he would have been able to like make sure that all of this makes sense and aligns with George's vision. That version of the Acolyte would have been 10 fucking times better than this bullshit.
Dude, you know what the Acolyte could have been? Easily?
What?
Just adapt the Plagueis novel.
Exactly.
Just adapt it.
Exactly. I'm reading the Plagueis novel right now, and it actually is a Sith-centered story because it's told from Plagueis' perspective, mentioning in the Darth Bane lineage of Sith. And plus, like, it's also carefully tying into the moment where Palpatine and Plagueis try to create a dark side Force user, but then the Force says no to that, and that's how Anakin was born. That would have been so much better. Imagine like live action Plagueis and young Palpatine. That would have been so cool.
Dude, speaking of changing shit, this kind of just fucking came to my mind. Did you notice that they said M count instead of midichlorians?
Yeah, they're afraid to say the word midichlorian because the people who hated the prequels hated that word. Well, guess what? The people who love the prequels, like us, are grown up now, and we love the word midichlorian because it explains how the Force works.
Dude,
so,
the Plagueis novel perfectly describes the fucking midichlorians as like...
Exactly.
I forgot exactly how they described it, but instead of just being like what makes you special, or like it's not just shit in your blood that makes you special. Like there's more to it. I can't remember exactly what they said, but
I think I got to a chapter where her Plagueis like took a sample of his own blood so he can test it and everything. But he basically described the midichlorian. He described the midichlorians through a scientific lens. So
yeah, I'm currently rereading it because I've gotten to like chapter 21 each time, and then I'm like, I don't remember shit what happened prior to fucking chapter 11, so I go back and re-listen to it. And
Dude, I'm on chapter like 6 or something. I don't know. It's after her Plagueis fights Vemus. So.
Oh shit! You mean Chimere?
Yep, I mean Chimere. Yep. fifth Sith Lord who is going to be a human in canon.
This article. Okay, this is the another one that I wanted to kind of go over. Virginses have played an important part in Star Wars since the original trilogy, even if not everyone is familiar with the term, but there are different types. What can you tell us specifically about the nature of the virgins on Brendok? This is very important to me, Dave Filoni, and Pablo Hidalgo, that the girls are not virgins. The girls themselves are not virgins in the Force. They needed, again, however they got here. The act of creating them was going to need amplification. Therefore, we came around to the decision that the virgins was on Brendok, so that it would remain mysterious. So that way, if we went back there in future tellings of the story, we could uncover a little bit more of what was actually there. It was important that this type of virgins was a natural one as opposed to being within a human being or an alien.
What show is she watching? Soul literally says that they're looking for virgins, and then Torben literally says later that the girls are virgins, so they have to go tell the Jedi Council about it. What's going on?
Dude, I honestly don't know how to feel or think about this show.
Neither do I.
And it is... This show is the reason why I'm taking a break after I film the next couple of episodes, like prior to advance and schedule them to release, but I gotta take a break from this shit because I just can't.
I understand, yeah, because I understand, yes. This is the reason why I think the show's worse than the Book of Boba, because it's going against everything George Lucas set up. But I understand needing to take a break and everything after you film your Star Wars ranking video, and just because you said earlier that you're done with Disney stuff and you're only going to cover George Lucas stuff and Dave Filoni stuff.
Yeah, Dave is Disney. No, I don't consider Dave, John, or Sam Witwer's work Disney Star Wars. I don't consider Solo Disney Star Wars.
Exactly, because everything that Dave makes, it feels like you're just transported back to the prequel era because he worked with George on the Clone Wars, so that's why he understands everything so well. And plus, I'm still interested. Like I said in our chats and everything, I'm still super excited for Ahsoka Season 2, because that's going to be fucking awesome. I can't wait to see what's going on in Peridia. And the Mandalorian Grogu movie is going to be pretty cool and everything. Heir to the Empire movie, obviously, is going to be awesome.
Oh,
but
dude.
Everything else is...
Yeah, there's definitely some stuff that I'm still looking forward to. Pretty much everything you just explained and said and named. Mm-hmm. But...
Exactly, yeah.
Skeleton Crew, I don't give a shit. I'm probably not going to watch that.
I don't know what Skeleton Crew's about, but I heard that Dave and John are involved in this, so I'll give it a chance.
Well, Dave's there. I'll let you give it a chance, and then you tell me how it is.
Yeah, I know. Apparently it's supposed to be space pirates. I don't know.
Space pirates? We going to get the return to Hondo Ohnaka? Where the fuck is Hondo been?
We're live-action Hondo. We literally have a Hondo animatronic Galaxy's Edge. Bring that to life. That would be so cool. I smell profit.
Dude, did you see the video that I sent of the voice actor for Hondo crashing Ashley Eckstein and James Arnold Taylor's booth?
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Fucking great.
Yeah, I know, it's awesome. They need to get him to play live-action Hondo sooner or later.
Oh, dude. There's a lot of live-action stuff that they need to do, but I'm kind of scared of how they're going to do it.
After the Acolyte, I feel like I'm more skeptical now, but, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that Ahsoka Season 2 will be awesome. It will be, because Dave's continuing his story. I need to see what Ahsoka and Sabine are looking for. I need to see if Shin's gonna, join them too as well. No, I need to see what's coming out to Baylan. Everything's gonna be so awesome. And I also heard that Hayden's gonna have an even bigger role in Season 2, so that means Anakin's Force Ghost is gonna be heavily involved. Well, that will be peak. That's the one thing from Star Wars that I'm looking forward to the most.
See, me and you have talked. You know me. I tend to try to not look up plots and rumors and shit like that because, as you know, I got my hopes very high up for Ahsoka. I forgot. I think they were gonna. I think Star Wars Theory and a couple other people were reporting that Episode 4 and 5 was basically gonna be Ahsoka. It was gonna be a what if Ahsoka was on Mustafar.
I saw those leaks, yeah, but what we got was way, way, way cooler than that because Anakin with the red lightsaber with Sith eyes, and he was also flashing into Vader and also saying, "You lack conviction," with Vader's voice. That's so much cooler than Mustafar, if you ask me.
Dude, I love the World Between Worlds. I love Anakin versus Ahsoka. The Clone Wars flashbacks are fucking top tier.
Top tier, yes.
Seeing Rex
Anakin,
in live action, dude. Seeing Hayden return.
Hayden in the live action Clone Wars armor too. Oh my god, he looks so good.
I think I'm gonna hurt your feelings with this one, but I honestly think that the lightsaber duels and combat in the Acolyte is a little bit better than Ahsoka Season 1.
Well, I mean, like, Acolyte's just a bit faster, but Ahsoka has more weight behind it, so...
I mean, it does. I'm kind of going off, like, little kid me, flashy lightsaber spinny. I mean, yes, Anakin did, obviously do his signature behind the back. But
that was so cool, bro. I fanboyed so hard over that.
It just felt like, I mean, you're telling me that Ahsoka and Anakin, the fucking, what I consider the best master and Padawan of their generation. You're telling me them fuckers were swinging their sabers that slow, bro? No.
They were going fast. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna have to rewatch. Well, I am rewatching Ahsoka. It's been a minute. I'm on episode 3.
Which episode are you on? I'm on episode 6.
I'm on episode 3.
Nice. Hayden was... Well, obviously Anakin was holding back because he wasn't trying to kill Ahsoka. He was only trying to teach her a lesson.
Yeah, teach you a lesson to fucking get up to par, motherfucker. You lost to Balin's skull. He taught her how to survive against Order 66, and she loses to Balin's skull.
Well, because Balin's a really experienced Jedi, so it's like it makes sense.
He did get the upper hand because they were in such a confined area.
And plus, Ahsoka burned her hand with the map, so.
Yeah, that felt like some plot armor right there.
Whatever, dude. Ahsoka versus Balin clears all the Acolyte duel.
I don't know, man. Kelnaka versus fucking 2 Jedi? You telling me a Wookiee Jedi fight is nothing compared to Ahsoka? What?
Well, I mean, like, the Wookiee Jedi fight was cool, but, like, it's in the worst episode, so...
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. Ahsoka episode 4 is phenomenal. But
all of Ahsoka is phenomenal.
Yes, but Acolyte episode 7 sucks. So it makes the lightsaber duels hard to enjoy.
Shit,
so, what are the next questions?
I was honestly kind of fucking freaking out when Torben busted out the OB-80. I was like, yo, he did the thing! He did the fucking thing!
Torben's really cool, actually. Because he has, like, Attack of the Clone. He has Attack of the Clones Anakin vibes, especially doing the Obi-Wan spin right there. That was pretty cool.
Dude, everybody's complaining that, Torben wanted to go home. But have y'all not seen Obi-Wan Kenobi complaining to Commander Cody in 2003 Clone Wars, Volume 2?
We've been here a month already.
Yeah, like, yes, sir. If everything goes to plan, we'll be done within the next 4 to 5 months. But we've been here for a month already. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Takes off.
We're on schedule.
Like, bro, a fucking Jedi Master was complaining about that shit, and y'all are giving a Padawan bullshit?
Yeah, I know. Plus, Padawans, and he's a teenager. They sound like the same people whining about Anakin being... Anakin thinking that not being in the Jedi trials is unfair, but it's like Torben and Anakin were like the same ages by then, so at least I think so.
Now, see, I do agree with what a lot of people say, that these Jedi do kind of feel like they are way too emotional, because I can give leeway to Torben because he is a Padawan, he is younger, and I mean, for fuck's sakes, look at Obi-Wan Kenobi in The Phantom Menace.
He was going fucking ham on after Qui-Gon died.
Not only that, but just like all of his, just like, really, Master, don't defy the Council. Come on, man, just listen to the Council. Why don't you sense the danger in this boy? Do you really want to... I feel like we've picked up another another pathetic life form, like... And
also, earlier on when he tells Jar Jar, if they find us, they'll crush us, grind us into tiny pieces, and then blast us into oblivion.
Like, bro...
Yeah, I know, he was pretty angsty right there, but it's like, as Obi-Wan gets older, he's more center, so... I totally understand the complaints of the Jedi and the Acolyte. They're way too emotional, especially Soul. Why is he so obsessed with these twins that he only saw for like 2 seconds? Osha specifically, he was like way too emotional over her.
Yeah, that I don't have an explanation. and the only way I can really go about it, it makes it sound really bad. So we're not even gonna go that route.
Yeah, I know. This is basically just turning into an Acolyte rant.
Well, I did say we were gonna talk about the state of the fandom and the Acolyte. So.
Oh, that's gonna be a fun topic to get in. Okay.
But let's go ahead and knock out some of these questions. What's your favorite Star Wars movie, show, cartoon, comic book, whatever?
Okay, so movie, Revenge of the Sith. Show, Ahsoka. Comic book, some of the Vader comics that I've read. Book, I'm really loving the Plagueis book so far, so that's already one of my favorites. Cartoon, easily the 2008 Clone Wars. 2003 Clone Wars is pretty cool, too. And then, what else did you say?
Fuck, is there even any other type of media in fucking Star Wars?
I mean,
They got movies, shows, comic books.
Mm-hmm. I think I covered everything. Yeah,
pretty much.
Video games, The Force Unleashed 2.
Oh.
Easily.
See, I need to finish. I've started like 15 fucking games, and the only game that I've finished is Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, so, have you finished Force Unleashed? So, you haven't finished Force Unleashed yet, right?
No.
I played both games, and playing the second one's even more addicting, because it's like, there's just something about hacking stormtroopers into pieces with dual lightsabers that's just so satisfying.
Oh, you actually hack them into pieces?
Yep, their heads fly off. Especially when you throw his lightsabers at them.
Bro,
know, right?
what?
It's so brutal, I know. Oh, especially when you unlock the lightsaber throw ability, Starkiller like throws his lightsabers, they always cut the stormtroopers' heads clean off. Always.
Jedi Fallen Order couldn't even give me a fucking limb falling off.
I know, right? But Survivor kind of fixed that because you have arms and legs falling off, but Force Unleashed 2 takes it to another level.
Damn. Yeah, see, no, like, I've started Knights of the Old Republic, I've started Jedi Academy, I've started Force Unleashed, I've started Republic Commando, and I'll start them, I'll get, like, really far in the game, and then, like, something else will get my attention, and I'll just completely forget about it.
Yeah, I know. You have ADHD too?
Pretty
I
much.
sometimes forget shit. I forget shit too sometimes, so it makes sense, yeah.
Now, what's your favorite non-Star Wars hobby?
Non-Star Wars hobby. I feel like just like going outside and like exploring nature and everything, and taking cat naps with my cats. I have 2 cats, by the way.
Oh shit. See, I feel like you go on the nature walks to become one with the Force, so you tie it into Star Wars.
Exactly. I'm like walking out. Exactly. I'm like walking outside so I can like find a place to calm my thoughts and like connect to the cosmic force.
Dude, I don't know if the microphone on my laptop's picking it up or if you can even hear it, but dude, it is thundering so bad where I live. It is about to turn into Camino in this bitch.
I don't hear anything. It's like I don't hear anything, but with those rainstorms, it makes it sound like you're stranded on Camino.
Hold on one sec. I gotta fucking go see what the hell's up with my dog.
Okay. Going somewhere? Going somewhere? Yeah, I was just taking you on a date to Mustafar.
I saw that last little bit.
What last little bit?
You're playing with Shin Hati and you.
Yes, please do it. Yep, I was just playing around with my Shin Hati Black Series figure. Thank you so much for sending this to me, by the way.
Yeah, dude, I'm glad to see that it actually got to you.
I know. This is like my second Black Series figure. I have my Ahsoka one over there.
Shit, I got Vader, Mando, Reva, the Green Inquisitor, And Ezra.
Fifth brother.
The fifth brother? I don't know all their names.
He's from Rebels. He was from Rebels before Kenobi, so.
Really? I need to rewatch fucking Rebels, dude. That shit.
Yeah, he's in the season 2 finale when they go to Malachor. So.
If fucking look out for the return to Malachor stop motion lightsaber fight.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Vader versus Ezra again. I don't fear you. Then you will die braver than most.
You know what I'm just kind of realizing about my Black Series figures?
What?
One sec. Ow! I just hit my head.
Oh shit.
So Vader has... Okay, nice to know that both the blades are weird. But Vader seems to have like the Rebel style thinner blade.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And look how thick Ezra's is.
Oh my god. Ezra's is like Clone Wars thick, like.
Holy shit, dude, like.
Holy shit, yes. I mean, wow. That's insane, bro. Vader's is definitely a lot thinner. He's like you said, Rebels length, but Ezra's like fucking prequel length. Nice. That's crazy,
I'm just sitting there looking at the figures and I noticed and I'm like, what the hell? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Shit. Oh yeah, dude. This book
What?
is boring as shit.
What? You think it's boring?
There's my fucking headphones. I was looking for those yesterday. God damn it.
I still haven't found my fucking AirPods yet.
Well, see, I like to listen to the Star Wars books at work. Like I'm listening to Dark Force Rising. I couldn't find my headphones to save my fucking life.
I know.
Where are they at?
I just like...
Exactly where I put them.
Yep. Sometimes I forget where I put them too, but like... I don't really like read books with audiobooks in the background. I just kind of like just read it and just like play the scene in my head. Like,
oh, that's the only actual book that I have. Everything else is on Audible.
Oh, okay. I have mostly physical copies, by the way.
Yeah, I'm about to get some physical copies. I've sent you some of the bundles that I've found.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I got Heir to the Empire. I got the Ahsoka book, Brotherhood, which if you haven't read Brotherhood, not just you, dude, but fucking anybody, you need to read Brotherhood. That shit.
I definitely have to, since I'm a giant Anakin and Obi-Wan fan, and that's the business on Cato Demodian. That doesn't count.
Dude, it was fucking great. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I finished that book within like 2 days.
I'm gonna base my Tales of the Jedi Season 2 arc off of that.
Yeah, how long is this book?
And
Whoops. I'm about to find out. This book is fucking long as shit. There's 54 chapters.
Wow.
the clue.
It was 12 hours and I finished it within like 2 days, bro.
Wow, that's crazy.
The fucking book was great.
Yeah. I definitely got to read Brotherhood, but it looks really cool.
Oh, dude. It's gonna make you be like Obi-Wan. That shit does it kind of counts, bro. Like it definitely kind of counts.
It does count because I think it does count. You can spoil it to me if you want, but like, how does Anakin save Obi-Wan's life?
Well, I got to kind of reread it again, but it is essentially kind of Anakin's fault, but it is also Kenobi's fault because they're trying to. There's been like a bombing or something on Cato Nemodia, and basically the Republic. All the evidence that Kenobi gathers pretty much points to the Republic doing it. And he's not supposed to have his weapon. He's not supposed to have communication devices. But he comes with a secret comlink that Anakin sent him with. He hides his lightsaber like in his little shack thing. And they find it. So he gets put on trial within the like galaxy. And, you know, not Obi-Wan. Skywalker just has to come and, you know, rescue the day like he always does.
Well, that didn't go all the way I expected it. I thought like Anakin like save Obi-Wan from like falling off of a ledge or something, but saving him during a trial, that's even more complex.
Yeah, bro, like Obi-Wan kind of fucked up and he like already all the evidence was pointing towards the Republic, and then he broke the conditions to come to Cato Nemodia. Like, bro, that's kind of your fault, dude. Like, yeah, Anakin saved you.
Anakin was 100% right. That business did count.
And also, I don't know if, like, within, like, the new canon, books, but I'm pretty sure it's the first time that Obi-Wan meets Asajj Ventress. Like, I think it's the first time they ever meet.
Whoa. Ventress is in that book? That's so cool.
Yeah, dude.
Because this is like immediately after Attack of the Clones, right?
Yeah, like Anakin. I don't think Anakin's like a knight yet.
Yes, but this is like the very beginning of Clone Wars, so
Yeah, because at the end,
Ventress would like that. It makes sense to like Dooku would want to send Ventress after them. So
yeah, at the end of the book, they actually they're getting their clone armor and they're putting it on, and Anakin is fucking bitching about it. He's like, man, I don't want to wear this shit. It's just fucking holding me back.
Oh my god.
Fucking.
I wish.
They get on the subject about a Padawan, and Anakin's like, "Ha, yeah, me with a Padawan. Could you imagine?"
2 days later, he literally gets a Padawan. Yes, as Priceless was like, I know the clone armor would probably be uncomfortable, but Anakin looks cool as shit in it.
Oh, dude.
Hang on, let me go get my Clone Wars Anakin Funko Pop. It's him in the armor. I mean, he has some insane drip.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I
got this with the bundle with the other Clone Wars Dooku as well.
Oh shit. One no. Oh well, there goes Attack of the Clones, Anakin.
I saw that you have the mini Attack of the Clones Anakin. Whoa, Kenobi show Obi-Wan. That's awesome.
And then of course,
Anakin in the Starfighter. Now this is pod racing.
But yeah, so like how I said earlier, kind of wanted to talk about the state of what you think the Acolyte is doing to the fandom. Do you think it's doing more damage, or do you think it's doing more good to the community? I think it's a pretty obvious answer.
I feel like it's damaging it significantly. Like, I haven't seen the backlash this bad since The Last Jedi. Because, like, on one side you have people like, worst show ever, worst show ever, everybody likes this Disney show, and then on the other side, it's like, oh, you don't like it, oh, you're an Easterphobe if you don't like it. Like, shut up. Can everyone just shut up, please? Like Sam Witwer said when he was talking about The Last Jedi. Can everyone just shut up? Now, Sam Witwer was talking about The Last Jedi, and this, like, people have to learn from this for the fandom. Am I, say, the biggest fan of the movie The Last Jedi? No, not really. But am I happy when people say they love it and need something of them? Yeah, absolutely. So I feel the same. Even though I don't like the Acolyte, I'm super happy for people who are able to like it. So, and plus, there's parts of it that I do enjoy, so I understand where they're coming from.
I do like that people are able to enjoy this show, but when I hear that somebody has loved every single episode,
what?
I kind of just want to be like, really, dude? Like,
really?
You like everything? And I get it, you know, I love all of George's original work, 1 through 6, and you can say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, I love all of George's look. I love all 6 Hanks movies as well, and the Clone Wars, so George was like pretty much flawless to me.
Yeah, I mean, sure, yes, there's some clunky dialogue and there's some shit that I personally think that he could have rewrote or wrote better, but it was
I don't give a shit. The story's awesome, so that's what carries it for me.
But it's just, I don't know. I think Disney just, I don't think they need to quit making Star Wars shit, because they when they hit, they fucking hit.
They hit hard, bro. Really hard.
I just don't understand why it is so hard for them to keep that momentum.
Exactly. Why can't they keep the same quality and consistent with like that they had with Ahsoka and Tales of the Jedi, but they don't have the same thing for everything else? Like, it's just very inconsistent, you know? Yeah. I'm not one of those people who's like, Disney ruined Star Wars, man, because they have made some good things. But man, the shit like sequel trilogy, Acolyte, Book of Boba Fett, Andor, it's really painful to watch if you ask me.
Yeah, like I just don't understand. Like I'm a broken record when it comes to this shit. Like, I'm sure you've seen me comment it or fucking post about it or whatever. How in the fuck well, I actually made a whole video about it because Kathleen Kennedy said...
Yeah, you explained it in your video that they couldn't, like, in your video, like, that you're torn about Disney Star Wars. They couldn't keep a consistent director. Because, like, Jar Jar Abrams has Jar Jar Abrams was panning out the story, but then when they brought Rian Johnson, that fucked up everything. So it's like...
Well, I mean, the original trilogy, the first one was directed by George Lucas, the second one was Irving Kershner, and I forgot who directed Return of the Jedi. But that's
Richard Marquand directed Return of the Jedi.
Oh, shit. Okay. But he fucking... It was one cohesive fucking story.
Exactly. Even though George was changing shit, he was able to make sure that it all fit together and made sense. So it was an amazing cohesive story all throughout all 6 movies. But Disney, whenever they change shit, they can't like keep it straight, you know?
Yeah, I mean, not once did Luke's character go... I mean, yes, Luke's character changed. He went from a whiny fucking brat wanting to go hang out with his friends at Tosche Station to saving his fucking father from the dark side.
Because that's character development done right. What they did to him with Last Jedi, the problem I have with that is that they regressed him back because like he was able to see the good in Vader and bring Anakin back to the light side, but he can't see the good in Ben Solo, so he just tries to kill him in his sleep after having a bad dream. Like, that's not Luke. Mark Hamill agrees with me too.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that they explained it like, oh, well, it was just a thought that had passed, but the fact that he acted on it is not... It's not Luke.
Exactly. Like, the way... If I wrote it, I would have had it where, like, Luke tries to help Ben, but then Ben runs away and turns to the dark side on his own time.
Well, I mean, shoot. Like I said, in the Shroud of Darkness, Luke fails at the end of Book 1. I'm spoiling it here on the channel. Luke fails at the end of Book 1. Well, I'm going to have to fucking edit the shit out of this because I don't want to spoil the actual ending.
I know.
So...
Sorry that I
fucking rewind. Fucking Luke fails at the end of the Shroud of Darkness, and he it's a 3 to 4 to 5 year gap between Book 1 and Book 2. Luke takes that time to recoup, rethink, reassess himself, and then he goes about it in a different way.
That's literally how Luke should have been. He shouldn't have like went into exile, went to the island and cut himself off from the Force. He should have like been studying and like clearing and collecting all of his thoughts and learn how he can learn from his mistakes. Dude, that's the real fundamentals of Luke's character right there. But no, Rian Johnson just had to fuck all that up. I'm
gonna let you know right now. Book 2, Force Ghost Anakin and Force Ghost Obi-Wan have a major fucking role in that fucking book.
I'm looking forward to that for sure.
Let's just say they're definitely gonna help Luke fucking reassess himself.
Yeah, the same way Anakin helped Ahsoka. Okay, he needs to help Luke.
Yep, he's going to.
Yep.
But yeah, so the state of this fandom.
It's an absolute disaster right now, I'm telling you.
You've seen the comments everywhere. My
They're
page.
fucking atrocious, man.
Everyone else, dude. Just today, did you see the video I sent you of Theory reacting to Leslie Headland saying that?
Yeah, I know. He's like, hey, Vader was seduced by the dark side. She thought that was sexual. What the fuck is wrong with her?
Bro, the fucking girl that went on, like, did that whole interview. I got on Twitter for the first time in like 3 weeks since I started on Twitter.
Yeah,
bro. I'm gonna just have to look this shit up. Like, there's just so much.
How bad were the comments? How bad were the comments? How toxic were they?
Oh, dude, this bitch. So, Theory reacted to the video. There's a whole 17-minute video.
I saw it, yeah.
This bitch goes on to say that he was sending fans to her page to call her a fat cow and shit like that. He was making fun of his fucking, like, the way he looks and his body and shit like that.
Oh my god. That's so shitty, bro. Star Wars fandom is so broken. I can't fucking fix anything about it.
Like she said, oh, Star Wars Theory decided to do a reaction video to my interview because if he isn't fucking grifting off of Star Wars, he's grifting off of women and sending his minions after them. Fuck off, go build some faulty lightsabers while crying on camera.
Damn, that's brutal.
Dude, she's referring to when he cried when Luke Skywalker fucking came back in Mando Season 2.
This is totally different because everyone was celebrating Luke coming back.
Somebody said, did Theory diss you or insult you in any way in his video? This post was deleted by the post author.
Mm-hmm.
She went through and deleted fucking comments, bro.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I don't blame her. I delete shitty comments too. So.
Okay, what was it? He's got another one. Yeah, he even said, "Damn, she made fun of me crying for Luke with that go cry comment. How many years are these people gonna dog an emotional reaction to something that meant a lot to me?" And personally, I fucking agree with him, because that's how I feel about Anakin Skywalker and the whole retconning of his fucking existence, bro. Like, what's the point of Anakin Skywalker? The witches can create fucking life. Palpatine fucking came back.
Palpatine came back, and then Rey buried his lightsaber in the fucking sand, and then stole the Skywalker name. Like, that's gonna piss people off. I don't know what to tell you.
Like, I just... Oh my god, she said, "To be clear, I really don't give a fuck, but anyone who resorts to calling women a cow because of a Star Wars show is literally pathetic. I just don't understand why I've had to delete hundreds of comments all of a sudden, and it's because of this jagoff." Well,
I think she had every right to delete that, because the fucking weird fucking assholes on the goddamn fandom, they're absolutely insufferable, and just go after anyone who shows any micro speck of support for the show, because they just want Disney that desperately to fail. And I'm like, guys, it's just like, guys, if you don't like the show, that's fine, but like, stop taking it out on these people. Just like let them enjoy it if they want to. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like, let people enjoy. I understand there's people that are fucking just assholes and fucking bottom of the earth scum. Yeah. But don't fuck. I've followed theory since I was like 17, 18. Not once have I ever fucking seen him like tell people, "Hey, go attack this person because I don't like this." Sure, he voices his opinion, and he's got some fucking some fire, some weird, and some like, "Why would you even say that?" takes.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I remember I remember seeing him like posting his brutally honest thoughts on Ambor, and good god, the fucking Ambor call was insufferable that went after him.
Mercy then goes on to say, "I guess if I also had no Nick, no Riz, looked like a box, and had a shitty personality, I would grift off others and hate on them. Actually, I wouldn't, because I'm a nice person." You're a nice person, but you're constantly shitting on somebody.
But you're also bullying. Yeah, you're shitting on Theory Harry for doing a reaction video, even though he wasn't like verbally abusing the girl in the interview at all. He was just like reacting and saying how like this thing in the story doesn't line up. They're changing too much from the Phantom Menace and everything. He seemed pretty nice. He seemed pretty calm and respectful in his video. At the end of every single video, he says, "Please be respectful. Please be nice to each other. If you like the show, oh fine. Hey, if you don't like the show, fine. Just be nice to each other. Be respectful."
Yeah, like, I mean, like I said earlier, and like you said, and Will of the Force, and Beyond the Dune Sea, if you like this shit, if you like if you like everything Disney Star Wars, I'm happy for you. I'm glad that you are able to see past all the just terribleness of it and enjoy it. Exactly. I wish I could, but I can't.
Yeah. I feel like I generally am a bit more positive than you are, because I feel like I like more things than you do, because I know I enjoy Tales of the Empire, but you thought it was disappointing. And that's an example right there. Even though you're not gonna go after me just because I liked it, right?
No. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that, "Oh, you're a fucking Disney shill, you love everything Disney." I mean, even if you did. Because, I mean, Jeremy Bloor, that dude manages to find something to love about every bit of Star Wars. Me and him have vastly different opinions on the sequel trilogy.
Exactly, but at the end of the day, we can have a calm and respectful discussion about it, and we can act like true Jedi and be peaceful.
Dude, Jeremy was one of the people that I talked to kind of calm me down after episode 3 of The Acolyte. I still don't like it, but
after that.
Yeah.
You said that you were open to theories after that. I'm kind of the same thing with the sequel trilogy, because like there's some certain things that I've opened up to, even though I still hate the movies overall. I still found on some things, and I'm like, this could be an interesting thing if they like expand on it. Like, I'm honestly hoping that the Rey movie will be good, because I'm hoping that it redeems Rey. And like, I'm gonna give everything a chance. Even if I end up don't liking it, I'm always gonna be hopeful for the next thing that comes out.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm not gonna sit here and wish for Star Wars projects to fail. I might not
Exactly.
want to see them. Like Skeleton Crew, I don't give a shit. The Acolyte, I was excited about this show, bro. Y'all saw my
Exactly. I saw your
reaction.
reaction video. I saw your reaction video. It's such insane whiplash that you went from being excited for the show to shitting on it, because I get it. I was hyped for it too, but it just ended up kind of letting me down. But just because The Acolyte's bad doesn't mean I'm just gonna stop watching Star Wars as a whole. I'm still, like I said earlier, I'm still interested in Dave Filoni when he's lined up for Ahsoka and Mandalorian. So that's the main thing that's keeping me going right now.
Yeah, and we still have the original 6 movies. We got the Clone Wars. We got the original 2D Clone Wars. There's shit to watch and cover and just enjoy about Star Wars, but
Exactly. I rewatch the original 6 constantly.
it's like what you said in one of your posts about the Star Wars fandom. You quoted, I forgot who it was that originally said it, but if you feel that you don't love Star Wars anymore, maybe it's time to step back and take a break. This show, unfortunately, got me to that point.
Exactly. I got it from a cosplayer, Isabella Amidala on Instagram. You should probably follow her. But she said, if a Star Wars project, maybe you should take a break from Star Wars and stop harassing people on the internet. She said something like that, but that's where I got the inspiration from it. Because, like, how can you claim to be a fan of Star Wars but then shit on everything that comes out without even giving it a chance?
See, like, I give everything a chance before I try to give everything a chance, but there's just certain things that I can see from trailers that are just dog shit.
Can you give one example? Did you, like, think that something from the past trailers, what did you think, Hank? What was the red flag that you knew that the movie or show was gonna suck?
Easily with fucking this show, the red lightsabers. Like,
I was hyped by the red lightsaber, but then I remembered the Sith have been extinct for millennium. So it's like, the Jedi can't find out about this shit. But, like, yeah, I was able to, like, I gave the Acolyte
just,
there's things that I like about it, even though I'm pissed at some of the lore decisions. If people defend it, then good for them, because everyone views and experiences Star Wars differently. So, if this genuinely means something to them, then yes, I'm super happy for them.
You just kind of reminded me of something that I've kind of completely forgotten about since that episode. Why the fuck is Ki-Adi-Mundi here?
Oh, I forgot about him too. Like, he's just there. What about the May attack of the Wookiees?
Like, what I don't understand is they put Ki-Adi-Mundi in because they couldn't get Yoda. They weren't allowed to use Yoda.
Why not put Plo Koon there if they couldn't use Yoda? I don't get it.
Yeah, Plo Koon is alive during this fucking time.
I know. I thought that Cal Dor Jedi was him, but after Kymir stabbed him, it was like, nope, that's not him.
But I read that they wanted Yoda to be in that scene where Ki-Adi-Mundi, where they all talk about it and they want to keep it from the High Council. How the fuck are you going to keep it from the High Council?
Yoda's literally the Grand Master. Why wouldn't he tell the Council about anything?
How the fuck are they going to keep it from the High Council if the Grand Master of the High Council is in the meeting?
And he fucking knows about the Sith being present. I don't know.
I mean, the show hasn't specifically stated that Kymir is a Sith. He said that a Jedi like you
might call me Sith. I mean, like, he's probably saying that he's a Sith, but he's probably like a Sith pretender because the Plagueis
Leslie has come out and said that he's a Sith.
Yes, but like the Plagueis novel talks about how Plagueis was the last Sith as a part of the Darth Bane lineage. So, and there are lots of other pretenders out there in the galaxy. So, Kymir's definitely one of those pretenders.
Or is Plagueis the pretender now? Because remember, it's not the rule of 2 anymore, man.
It's the power of 2.
Like, bro, when Osha asked Kymir, "What do you want?" I was so hoping that he was gonna say the rule of 2. If he would have said the rule of 2, I would have instantly loved this fucking show. I would have fucking ranked it way fucking higher just because they referenced that shit. And I would think that he definitely is fucking venomous before Plagueis.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm still sticking with the theory that he's like the canonized version of venomous and they changed his species from a bit to a human. But ever since he said power to him, like, oh my god, what the fuck? Can you just stop mentioning the stupid witches, please?
Yeah. I don't understand what's with this show and the witches and the chanting and just all that dumb shit, man. I don't
The
get
Night
it.
The Night Sisters are infinitely cooler. Not even close.
Well, just remember, thank God for Dave, because she wanted to make these motherfuckers Night Sisters.
Yeah, I know. I understand, Dave, because I couldn't fucking stand seeing her butcher picture the coolest thing from Clone Wars 2. So.
Oh, but you can sit here and watch her fucking butcher Anakin.
Okay, I rest my case.
Like, I don't get it, man. Like,
I don't really get it either.
I made a whole video with about Kathleen Kennedy saying the expectations are terrifying for Star Wars media.
What's so terrifying about respecting the lore and respecting everything George Lucas created?
The best I can think of is because it's a white man that made it.
I don't know. But I do agree. But like you said in your rant video, I remember mentioning it. I do agree with her part that the fan base is absolutely horrible, because it fucking is. Dude,
yes. If there's one thing that I do agree with Kathleen Kennedy on, it is that the fandom is toxic as fucking shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not perfect. I can't say that I'm not fucking not toxic. I've definitely put out some shit that's toxic as fuck towards people, especially my thoughts on Andor.
Yes, yeah. That rant you did about Andor, it wasn't toxic at all, because you said, if you like it, fine, but it's not for me, because like I totally agree with you, and that was so cathartic to finally see someone else agree with me, so that's why I fucking loved it.
Yeah, dude, Andor is just a fucking drag, man. Like,
fucking awful, man. It's the worst live action show. At least Acolyte has Jedi and lightsabers in it to keep me mildly engaged.
What's bad is I've seen the same amount of episodes of Andor that I have the Acolyte, and I like 2.5 episodes of the Acolyte, and I've liked 0 episodes of Andor.
Yes, because there's just nothing there.
No, there's not. The acting is bland, fucking. I mean, everybody's doing the best with what they got, but that show got...
Exactly.
How much did that fucking show get for a damn budget?
I think it had like 200 million, even higher than the Acolyte's absurd budget, which most of it they wasted. So it's like, I saw Theory making multiple different rant videos how he's pissed about Kenobi getting lower budgets than Andor and Acolyte, so... I think Kenobi got 90 million. Yeah, I think so too.
The budget for Andor was $250 million.
What the fucking hell? Even higher than the Acolyte, which is 180 million. They wasted even more money on that show than they did with the show currently coming out.
Oh.
Like, they couldn't use the budget to make it look interesting.
Yeah, Kenobi got a $90 million budget.
I've seen Theory just rant about that over and over again, how he's pissed about Kenobi getting a low budget. And to be honest, I agree with him. Even though I enjoyed the show, they should have given it more resources. It should have been a movie.
Yeah. They should have... Well, I remember they were talking about making a Kenobi movie back in like 2013, dude.
But after Solo did bad at the box office, they had to like change everything up, so...
That's because of The Last Jedi. They can't blame it on fucking Solo. Solo was a good fucking movie.
I know, Solo's really good, but if they released it at the wrong fucking time, so people wouldn't give Solo a chance because of how much The Last Jedi ruined everything, so...
Oh, yeah.
Blame it on The Last Jedi. Yeah.
Last Jedi, Rian Johnson, Kathleen Kennedy, Pablo Hidalgo.
Jar Jar Abrams. Fuck him.
Oh, man. Well, I don't really have anything else that I kind of want to discuss. Is there anything you want to discuss?
Yeah. No, I kind of feel like I ran out of topics, too, because I have a feeling this is a long podcast, for sure.
Dude, I have no idea how long we've been on call.
I haven't been keeping track of it either, but it's way longer than the one you did with Sean, for sure.
I feel like it is, dude. But, alright, man. Where can we find you on the medias of social?
I'm pretty much only on Instagram at this point. My handle's Darth Christensen. My handle's Darth Christensen 17, so go follow me right there. I want to start a YouTube channel, but I don't have the motivation to. I know, as Kylo said, I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
Shit, man, just do it, bro.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thank you for joining
All right.
me on the podcast. Fucking
You're
great
quite
to have
welcome.
you on here.
Yes,
Hopefully
thank
we
you
get
so
you
much
on
for
here
inviting
more
me
in
to
the
Peridia.
future.
I'm currently stranded in the fourth moon of Endor. Let me know how everything going with Ahsoka and Sabine goes.
Shit.
So, well, thank you for having me on the podcast, and I'll see you next time.
Hell yeah. I hope everybody enjoyed this video, and may the force or the thread be with you all.
May the
Peace.
force be with you. Peace.